Hey now, Nan Feist here. Today in my studio, we are going to be working on the rhythm of the scapula on the rib cage. The scapula has 3 different ways that it can move on this rib cage. It can slide up and down. I like to call that north and south. It can also go around the rib cage this way, towards the front or towards the back. I like to think of that as an east-west plane. And then the scapula can also rotate down or up. Most of us live down here, but we should really want to be living up here with that scapula, so we're going to practice all these different rhythms of the scapula moving over the rib cage. I'm going to turn around so you can actually see my scapula moving. It may be hard to hear me, but we'll work it. So the first rhythm I'm going to start with is this up and down, right? Up and down, and up and down, or north and south, north and south. We'll do one more, up and down. That can be done with my shoulders wide apart or my shoulders together. Doesn't matter, just variations. Now we're going to do this east-west plane. We're going to open wide and close, go wide and close, spread out, then come back together, spread out, come back together. One more. And the final motion of the scapula is this rotation. So it can scoop out here this way, or that point of the scapula can come back. Down and out like the letter J, or up and in. Down and out, or up and in. Down and out, up and in. Down and out, up and in. One more. Down and out, and up and in. So we're going to do a couple of patterns with the arms with those patterns. We're going to start by being open, and in this way you can see my scapula is together and apart, together and apart in the east-west plane. So here we go. Breathing in and breathing in. I like to cross a different arm over the top each time. And really, I'm not doing this with the hands and the arms, but the scapula pulling and the scapula pushing. Pull together, open, ta-da! Push apart, close, stretch, close, right? Right there. Open up and push apart, pull together, push apart, pull together, push apart. One more. Good. I'm going to turn around one more time. And here we go with the up and down, and up and down. Pick it up towards the ears and down towards the tail. Breathe in and out. Repeat. One more. Okay, now I'm going to bring that together in the center and lift it up in here. Try to use these muscles right here between these scapulas to pick up and pull down, pick up and pull down. Keep them together, and up and down, and up and down. One more, up and down. Go wide, go up, go down, come together, go apart. Go up and down, together, apart. Up and down, together, apart. Up and down, together, apart. One more. Up and down, together, apart. Very nice. I was doing that up and down with my shoulder blades apart. Now we will do it with them together. So I come together, up, down, and apart. 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 Together, up, and down, and apart. And last one, together, up, down, and apart. Scapulas really should not live here totally apart, coming around towards the front of your body. That's going to contribute to this round-shoulderedness posture that we often see people have. Neither, though, do we want to live with them together back here in this military pose, sticking your chest out. Those are the 2 end of possible ranges of motion for posture of the shoulder blades. I like a happy medium. So I'm not I'm not apart, but I am wide on my shoulder, wide on my rib cage. As you can see, if I'm wide on my rib cage, then I'm not collapsed forward, and I'm not sticking my chest out there. I'm just in this neutral, wide on my shoulder blades. From here, I could live up here. Lots of people do. Or down here. Right? Again, I don't want to be up here. This is the most common place for people to be, forward and rotated in. So we got those scapulas wide. We're just going to take them down a little bit. Just enough that they pick up on the lower body, but they don't drag us down. So we'll go together. We'll go apart. Just a little bit apart, not all the way around. And we're going to go down a little bit. Right. Very nice. We're going to pick up our little handy dandy pole. I have a bamboo pole. You could use a broom. You could use a weighted bar if you had a weighted bar. That would help you feel like you are really lifting something. We have the hands holding the bar wider than your shoulder blades, wider than your trunk, and we're kind of trying to pull that bar apart so we get some of that width in our scapulas. If you let go, you feel it's kind of just let go. But if you pull apart, you feel those scapulas find that neutral, slightly wide position. I'm going to turn around to do this again. I'm just going to pull my scapulas down to raise my arms. Bring them back up to bring my arms down. So raise, come back up. Raise, come back up. Notice that I'm not arching my back for that. It's just in my scapulas, pulling apart with my hands. One more. If I were to go further than that, I have to pull those shoulder blades down further than that. So let's try that. Let's pull those shoulder blades way down to reach that head up. What this isn't is lifting up here. That's not shoulder blades down, that's shoulder blades up in a shrug. Let's try it again. Down, and back up to neutral, and down, and back up to neutral. As these shoulder blades down, they have a pulley system that picks the hand up, and come back down, pull it down, and come back down, letting the shoulder blades come up. So they pull down, and they slowly come up, decelerating into gravity. It's pretty darn easy to just let it all fall. But we have decelerators back there too that need to slow that return down, and accelerators that pick it up. One more, down we go, up we come. Now we're going to come behind our head here, and down. So this is that rotational place in the scapula where they are rotating up towards my ears, and then down and wide. See that go wide? Now pull those scapulas back, and send them out, and pull them back, and send them out, pulling together in center, and pull them out. If you're finding that you're all scrunched up in here in the center, your hands are probably too far in on the pole. And you're probably not in the habit of swinging this scapula up and down in this manner. Keep practicing. I like to breathe in to go up, and exhale to pull down. I like to imagine that this bar is weighted. Somebody is resisting me, so my scapulas have to really push down to come down, and have somebody resisting me. My elbows have to really pull down for those scapulas to go up. My shoulder blades have to really push down, push that weight up, and pull down to lift that shoulder blade up. One more time, pushing down to lift up, and pull down the elbows to lift those scapulas up. Just see if you can feel this free motion in the scapula. Shall we try the whole thing? I'm breathing in up here, and let's go. Up. Hold that bar down. Push it up by scaps down. Come back over your front. Scaps down. As we pull down with elbows and bend wide. Scapulas up. Scapulas will push down to send that bar up and back to the top. Two more. We're up. Pull down to send those scapulas up. Push down to send them wide and back to the front. And last one. All the way up here. We're going to pull wide. Scapulas up. Scapulas down. And coming back. Let's try that with one arm. So I am pulling back up here. Just my right arm is going to rotate up and pull back down. Rotate up, pull back down. I call this proud warrior, like you would have your hand on the bow and you'd be pulling this strap back, the string back. So here I am. Both of these arms are pulling apart, even here. But rotate that scapula. Last one. Other side. Hold. And push. And pull. Lift the scapula. Push down to push the scapula. Pull. Push down to push the pole. Lift up. Push down. Pull down on the elbow. Push up on the scapula. Pull down on the elbow. Pull down on the scapula to push. One more. Let's go back to both to recenter. We're up here. They're both coming up. Oh, that's easier than one unilateral motion. They're both up. They're both down. Maybe you may notice that you're getting a little bit further behind your head. That's awesome. Movement of the scapulas. Last one. Up and down and back. We're done with our pole for the meantime. We'll come back and do a little bit of another exercise on the wall. Hi, welcome back. We're on the wall. We're going to do some of those patterns that we did, those 3 different patterns of the rhythm of the scapula, but this time we're doing it with the closed chain. Closed chains means I'm not moving my hand through space. That's an open chain. I have my hand fixed on the wall. So the first rhythm that we're going to do is that one where the scapula moves in and moves out. So here it is moving in, here it is moving out, right? It's going to come this way and go that way. It's going to lift up my shoulder blade and push it away. Lift it up and push it away. Let's try that on the other hand so you can see it from behind. Here I am coming in, pushing away, rotating up, rotating down, rotating up, rotating down. Just swinging that scapula and it forces my trunk to move by its rhythm on the connected to the rib cage. Very nice. Let's do that with a stable scapula. This doesn't tend to be a stable scapula. That's a collapsing scapula. So let's keep that scapula down to go out and down to come in. Down and down, down and down. Feel the change of pressure on your hand, right? This is a push, but that's a pull. But still, the rhythm of the scapula is on the rib cage. Very different motion. And no collapse. Let's try some of those other patterns with both hands on the wall. So both hands in closed chain on the wall. We're going to start with, how can my trunk move one way and my scapulas do something different? So my trunk is going to be moving forward and backward. Forward and backward. My shoulder blades could do nothing, but in this particular situation, we're going to do some rhythm of the shoulder blades. So as I move forward, I'm coming up, and backward, I'm coming down. Up the rib cage, down the rib cage, in that north and south kind of way. We're up, we're down, we're up, we're down. Let's change it up. Let's come up here, and when we go in, down there. We'll come up here and go in down there, and up here and down there, and north and south, and one more north and south. And now we're going to do that wide and stable scapula in the rib cage through the whole thing. So here I am, not up here and not in here, not totally around the edge, but wide and down a little bit as I come in and as I go out. Feel that pull down to come in and pull down to go out. Yeah, big change, huh? Now you can feel how my shoulder blades are doing this motion. Not really my hands and my arms. That's what we like in Pilates and movement circles. The possibility of a stable shoulder blade, that it doesn't buckle or shift in a habitual kind of pattern. but I also like many variations. Variations is the name of the game in evolution. So I should be able to go up, I should be able to go down, and I should be able to stabilize, but I don't want to habituate by always stabilizing. Okay, different pattern. Remember this one where we went in, and we went out, and in, and out, kind of that east and west, across, or maybe front and back, across that rib cage, changing it up. We're going in here, now we went out here, and in here, and out there, and in here, and out there, and in here, and out there, harder one to do, and in here, out there, and in here, out there, and in here, and again, try the stable pattern. That isn't going to go in and out, up or down. It's going to be stable to go in and to go out. More arm, more scapula. Might even feel like you're lighter. And feel the pressure change on the hands as you pick up here, and you pick up here, and you pick up here, and you pick up there. This is how you really do a push-up. You don't really do a push-up with your biceps and your triceps. You really use your scapula stable like this to pick yourself up, folding the arms, and to pick yourself up. To pick up the floor as you're decelerating downward and accelerating out of there. Picking up to decelerate and accelerate. Patterns on the wall. Hope you enjoyed yourself today and learned a thing or two about the rhythm of the scapula. Come back next time and we'll talk about the scapula and the arm and their relationship. Thank you very much, and be well.